Hello everyone. In this video, we will introduce topic 4.4, wave behavior, and in particular, we will examine sketching and interpreting incident, reflected, and transmitted waves at boundaries between media. Before we begin to discuss other topics in this section, it's important to understand the terms absorption, transmission, and reflection. So when a wave encounters a change in medium, remember that medium is the word describing what the wave is in. The energy transmitted by the wave can be absorbed, that is converted to internal energy of the medium itself. Transmitted, the wave continues on through the medium, albeit with perhaps different properties. Or reflected, part of the wave remains in the original medium. And the proportion of these, how much is absorbed, transmitted, or reflected, can affect a lot of physical phenomena. To get sort of a quick insight into this and to sort of examine how these terms are used, an interesting topic to look at is how a one-way mirror works. This is something often shown in crime dramas and on television and things like this. Or perhaps you've seen one yourself. But as it turns out, there is no such thing as a one-way mirror. And in fact, all a one-way mirror is a piece of glass, but a piece of glass in very particular circumstances. You need a very brightly lit room and a very dimly lit observation room, where whatever is being observed is in the very brightly lit room. So if we take a look at this diagram, it explains what's going on pretty well. The observers are over here in the dark room, and the light that they see is partially transmitted bright light from the other room. So that's bright light that started out in the bright room and went through the glass all the way through, as well as some reflection from the light that starts out in their own room. As you can see, they see quite a bit of bright light from the other room, uh, as compared to the dim reflection of their own faces. Um, However, in the brightly lit room, if you consider the brightly lit room, because it is so bright in the brightly lit room, then even if only a portion of the original light is reflected, that reflected light is way more intense than the dim light being transmitted. So even if you assume that the reflected light is, let's say, 75%, or sorry, 25% of the total light, so only 25% is reflected, that is still a much brighter source from the perspective of the person in the bright room than the dim light coming in from the dark room. So the percentage transmitted, absorbed, and reflected remains the same, but the light in the bright room is dominated by the reflection.